Hello,
Hello!
guys.
What's up? What's up? Welcome back. It's another One Piece stream coming
hmm
in with Chrissy
Yeah, and Busoy right here.
and me. Yeah. So we're gonna be talking about this is going to be a two-part stream,
Yeah,
and we're gonna
basically.
be talking about the leaders that
hmm
are currently released in the One Piece card game
hmm
universe. And
We're gonna rank
yeah, we're
them
gonna be ranking them.
by relevancy,
Yeah.
so should
So
be
should
interesting.
be interesting stream.
Okay.
Take note, this is gonna be it's gonna be a bit biased
Yeah.
because this is opinion based. This is
Mm-mm.
not by statistics so far. So starting with the OG aggro deck from OP01 to
Yes.
OP03 is my boy Zoro.
Probably
Zoro
probably F maybe.
F tier. Why do you say it's an F tier deck now?
Because there's a better mono red deck right now that
Hmm.
replaces Zoro. So
I
yeah.
see, I see. And which deck is that?
We're gonna
It's
it's what do you call what's his name? Dragon.
Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I see, I see.
He's the
Ah, yeah,
better.
I
He's
understand.
he's the better
He,
mono red
yeah.
leader right now.
But in terms of ability though, I believe that
Yes, Zoro
Zoro
is I think
Zoro
still
has more value.
efficient.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if you have more units on your field, it basically has free 5 Dawn. That's
Mm,
5,000 power.
yeah.
While Dragon only attaches 2.
Two, but
Correct me if I'm wrong, yeah.
mm-mm,
Attaches 2 rested Dawn from
mm,
a character. I mean, attaches 2 attached Dawn already.
mm-mm.
Yeah, so in
Uh,
a way, I'd still say Zoro has its benefits over Dragon, but right now in the meta,
the Zoro shell is basically losing right now
yeah, it's
because it
losing in
loses
terms.
to any yellow deck
Mm-hmm.
and black decks, which is really
Yes.
prevalent right
Yeah,
now.
it's black is very relevant
Mm-mm.
because the game as of now it's more of a mid, and
Meta right now.
then yeah, it just depends on who gets to cast their big baddies
Mm.
first.
And black removals right now is currently so efficient
Mm-hmm.
that Zoro really loses to
I see, I
black
see.
decks
So
mostly.
Zoro, for some time you were S, but I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to put you
put it
down
in
here
F.
at F. Next we have Red Green Trafalgar Law.
Yes.
Also another fan favorite since OP01 up until
Up until
OP04.
4 or 5.
OP04.
Early 5, I
Yeah.
think.
One of the fan favorite decks.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very versatile deck. Has
Yes.
a lot of answers. You can easily play around with the deck. However, the king has fallen.
Yes, yes.
The king has
The,
fallen.
the same issue with Zoro right now.
Mm-hmm.
There are better two color red decks,
Mm-hmm.
red slash X decks right now that basically is the better versions.
I see. I see. So as of now,
The same
but
issue.
in terms, I wouldn't rank him at F though.
Yes,
Same to Zoro.
I think it's
Because we all
around
know,
C or D.
yeah, RG Law easily wins against Zoro.
Yes, yes.
Easily wins against Zoro. So I can't put them in the same tier list right here. So I'm gonna have to bump him up to maybe a C
D. I'd
or
put
a
it at D.
D.
Right
Or
now.
somewhere in between D and F, somewhere there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up we have Jim's favorite deck.
Yeah.
RG Luffy. You're
At
expecting RG Law.
Yeah. But for me, the
Mm-hmm.
better the reason why I think red green law and red green Luffy is losing right now is that
Mm-hmm.
there is a better supernova deck.
Yes, there is
Mm.
a better Supernova deck that has been released, and everybody's been playing her.
Yes, yes.
Everybody's been
It's
playing
basically
her.
the
Yeah.
supernova deck to play. So that
Mm-hmm.
is the reason why red green law and red green Luffy
Luffy,
are
yeah.
at the bottom.
Or at the bottom. That's
Yeah.
correct. That's correct.
That's
So,
basically it.
as of now, Red Green Luffy, I'm
Next
sorry.
to Zoro.
You're gonna be next to Zoro. Next up, we have
Oden.
Kozuki Oden.
Oden.
Dead like the character.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Uh, there's nothing to talk about
yeah.
it right now. So
Even during the time when Oden was released, he wasn't really that
that
played.
good.
Kinemon has seen more plays
Yeah,
than
because
Oden has.
Kinemon's effect is much more efficient, I think.
Yes, it is actually in terms of board presence.
Hmm.
However, Oden
Wano in general
yeah, Wano in general is very
has no support really.
yeah, they don't really have that much support.
Even though
They
that
they tried
had,
they tried to release the red green Oden, still dead.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sorry, Oden. Even though you're not a banned card, you're dead deck.
This one, the next
This
one
one is actually very spicy.
Yeah.
Going up in the ranks recently, Dove Flamingo, Mono Blue. Due to the recent release, with the Warlords, we have
yes.
more Ichibukais. We have the Searcher.
It's basically
Sengoku.
for him. It's basically
Yeah,
for him.
basically
No.
everything in this set, it's not Boas, it's for
Yeah,
him.
It's for him.
Because
And the
he's
other leader
really
that we
good.
will talk later.
Yes.
It's very spicy.
spicy leader.
We will talk about it
So,
later, but
How would you rank this? Because Dofi during
I'll-
the start has been like
at
mediocre.
the low.
Yeah,
Actually, it's at the low.
he was like C tier.
C or D actually.
Yeah. C or D.
Red green low was actually
Better,
better.
yeah.
But right now, I'd put it at B or A.
At
somewhere-
B or A.
Because
Mm.
really, Jinbei was the card.
Yeah, Jinbei was the
actual card that
really
made
pumped
it.
the deck.
Mm-mm.
That's true. But I wouldn't put it up high as A.
Yeah, maybe
Because maybe B.
Yeah.
I think it still loses against
B.
yellow.
Black and
Yeah,
yellow.
black obviously it loses against black, but yellow has been dominating the meta for quite some time, and I don't think he's on par yet.
I think
Doesn't have the
he
kit.
only loses to like
I know this loses to
Big Mom Pirates.
Yeah, Big Mom Pirates.
But if
you're talking about
because
NL,
if he faces NL, if he gets to pudding at the right time, he
Mhm.
will win. So I think it's
Mm.
most of the blue decks right now have chance against yellow because of pudding.
That's true. I mean, easily. Like if you're playing yellow,
Shuts yellow decks immediately if you
Yes.
get it.
you're
The timing
you're trying
right.
to get your turn 10 Big Mom, and then suddenly he does a pudding at turn 4, turn
Yeah.
3, and then you lose the hand cards that you saved up for that turn. I mean, it's the same concept against black yellow Luffy,
Yes.
because technically yellow is more of a setup deck rather than a trigger deck, I would say.
Right now.
Yeah,
Right now. it's
Because
not-
they really rely on their Big Mom 10s
Mm-mm.
and their Ace 10s.
Yes.
So, yeah, if you get to do a pudding, I guess that's good.
Mm-mm.
But I
If-
still wouldn't put him up high as A.
Oh.
Someone is more
Understandable,
deserving than that. Yeah. Next up, we have Kaido, Blurple Kaido.
I put it at dead or
Dead.
F.
It dead. Like
Basically,
his real life character. He's dead.
Reason is Animal Pirates in this color pile
Mhm.
was pushed, but it was underwhelming.
Yes, it was very underwhelming. Rather the deck survives not because of the Animal Kingdom cards, but it relies on Kid 5.
Yeah.
It relies too much on
And-
Kid 5 blocker that can be
And
removed.
right now, I think the better purple deck to play is the mono purple Kaido
Yeah,
because
Mono Purple Kaido. Other
it's
than the advantage of
because
having
it has
5 life.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
But that's
leader
basically
ability actually is very scary.
Yeah, and
It
to
can
think
it can
that
put you at lethal.
Mickey had a great placing using that deck last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, so if that's the case, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Purple,
better.
the mono purple is absolutely better than the blue purple one. In terms of leader ability, in terms of card accessibility, and your life.
Yes. I
You-
think the
you can afford to
life
take
matters right now.
Yeah, it does. Next card. We have
Blurple
Blurple Kaido.
Crocodile.
I mean, Crocodile. So,
I put it at F.
you'd put it at F.
Mhm.
Can you tell me why?
Because the other the
Dead, though.
yeah. Yeah.
Because as far as I know, we do have some players who enjoy playing Crocodile.
Yes, yes.
But when it comes to tournaments, they don't
No.
show up with a deck.
Mm-mm.
Because
It's that bad.
it's bad.
Uh,
It's a fun deck.
Yes,
It's a fun
yes,
deck.
Definitely.
Just like how I play Foxy on my spare times. I play Foxy, but when I play tournaments, I still go for Zephyr. Which is
Yeah.
also another dead deck. Okay, next card. Mono Purple. King.
No.
Dead.
Because
Upon release,
yeah,
it was also really bad.
even
The-
though if the cards, we have great ramp cards.
Yeah, we
right
have
now,
great RAM cards.
But
You could argue that they're similar to Kaido
Mhm.
Purple because they're both mono purple, they're both Animal Kingdom.
yes,
But in terms of leader ability or skill, it's just bad.
yeah.
Even the SR Foxy card from OP07 is better than the
Yeah,
leader
yeah.
itself. I'm sorry, King, but Foxy's just better than you.
Now this one is interesting.
This one is actually very interesting. The Survivor has been played in most of championships
Yes.
currently played in One Piece, even though it is not the top meta card.
Mm.
Whitebeard Pirates, baby.
But right now I'd
So-
put it maybe next to Law
Right now,
because
I'm not sure because
uh,
now that Sakazuki has been banned,
maybe
this card could, this deck could actually go up to A.
Yeah.
Because this easily wins against yellow. It can win against yellow. It can
can.
outgrind
But
them.
just like what I said, blue decks are prevalent right now,
Mhm.
and it auto loses to pudding, hands
Oh
down.
yes, that's also
It's
true.
it auto like
Yeah.
basically it auto loses to pudding
Yeah,
because
that's
the
the
strategy
issue.
Whitebeard has is just like I'm just gonna draw cards, draw and
Mhm.
draw, then suddenly you can kill me because I can
I
guard
have so
you.
many cards, yeah.
But if those cards are gone,
Mhm.
basically I'm vulnerable again. So
That's correct.
I'd put it at C,
Mhm.
tops maybe, but if on my opinion I'd put it next to Law.
I see. Well, for me, I would actually want to place it next to Dofi because in terms of if what you're saying is it only goes bad if it goes against blue.
Blue.
And
yeah.
there are only 3 decks right now, or rather 2 decks that are
2 or 3
being used
being
that
at
are
the top.
blue.
Yeah.
So that's Dofi, and some are playing Boa.
Yeah.
So, in terms of what do you call this? In terms of number of matches it can go against blue in a certain tournament, the matchup wouldn't really be that bad.
But
You won't
lately,
encounter that much.
in statistically speaking,
Mhm.
Whitebeard has not been played a lot, even in Japan right now. So
Yeah,
maybe there
there's
is a
also
problem
there's also
with the
that.
deck.
So as the lowest I can actually put this card, this leader right now would be C.
Yeah, I can
For
actually
me.
agree with that.
Because I wouldn't put it as D. Law just instantly dies to any black deck right
Yeah,
now.
yes.
While this it doesn't. So
Doesn't yet.
yeah, not yet, not
Not yet.
yet. So I wouldn't go so far as to put it next to Law.
I
Okay.
agree.
Next card.
Dead.
That's Garp. Also dead,
Also
or
dead.
rather missing in action in the anime. I'm sorry.
Because red black is actually a bad color pair right now.
Yeah, it's a bad color pair. There's not really much synergy
There's
to it.
no good red black leader right now. So
Are there
maybe
other? Oh wait, there's Sabo.
Sabo.
Yeah,
But
there's Sabo.
other than him, I think there is really no
Yeah.
good.
To be honest, I believe the red black
Maybe
pairing
because of
is
the
not good.
effect,
Yeah,
leader
because
effect,
red.
maybe.
No, not it's not the leader effect. It's more on the cards.
Yeah, the
Because
cards.
the cards for red,
Uh,
it's either
Power
they
matters.
pump. Yeah, power matters. It's either
Mm-mm.
they pump the cards they have, or they
Reduces the
reduce the
power.
power of the cards the
Yeah.
opponent has.
While black
While black
has
is
looks at the
technically,
cost.
yeah, it looks at the cost and more focuses more on removal.
Mm-mm.
So
So
they don't
they,
really pair up that well.
yeah, yes.
I really do hope they can fix this somewhere along the line though, because
Yeah. I think it's the leader matters.
yeah, I think it's the
So
leader
if they have
ability.
a good red black leader
Mm-hmm.
that synergizes well with red and black cards, maybe
Yeah,
we'll see
could be,
play.
could be. We might see something. We might see some action. And this card recently saw some action during our flagship
Yeah, but
last time, but
it was
sadly the performance wasn't so good.
mm-mm.
I've also learned though that the player was also new,
Oh, okay.
so
Maybe
that could have
that
been a factor
yeah.
because the cards for this deck are actually some of the better cards in
Mm.
this set. It has access to Dofiten, it has access to Bonnie,
Yeah.
it has a lot of good cards. So could have been a player issue, but
I think it's that the yeah, you could just put it there, but
yeah, I would
it's
maybe put it at F.
F. But
Yeah.
really, there's a better mono
Yeah,
green
there's
deck
a better
to
mono green
play.
deck too. And there's other than the better, or rather other than the best mono green deck, there's also still Uta.
Mm-mm.
So could have been
It's
also
the other
it's
best
the other best.
green deck. So yeah, there's no point in
There's no
playing
point in
other
playing other green
leaders right now.
Yeah.
Mono green.
mono
at
green
least.
leaders. Next is
Sanji.
Dead.
Yeah, I put it at dead
I put it at
because
Dead. It was fun at the first. It could have worked. I mean, it did work.
Mm.
It did go against Whitebeard when we were playtesting it during the early days of OP03. It went toe to toe, even if Whitebeard had Moby Dick.
oh,
It went toe to toe against Whitebeard.
but
But
really the
no.
leader effect I think was mediocre. There is
No,
a better
Yeah,
blue green
there's a
deck
better
right
blue
now.
green deck right now. So
Mm.
for now, I'm sorry, Sanji, but you're dead. Next is Ivankov.
This is interesting. I
it's
would put it
yes.
yeah next to law
I would put it next to Law.
Yes.
It's actually perfect place for it.
because the impel down cards that we have in the EBO1 actually
Mhm.
was really good.
Yeah, they were good, and also you can argue that the current playstyle of blue, like all blue decks right now, all mono blue decks, are hellbent.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't care.
They
They're just
they
gonna keep
are
blocking your attacks.
they are rewarded for
Yeah.
being